The clock is ticking. Dot. Sequence 3. Dot. Asterisk asterisk. He parked in Salma's driveway and stepped out of the car with a banquet of flowers in his hands. He walked up to the door, rang the doorbell and waited patiently to be let in. He shifted from one foot to the other as he waited, wondering if she was in. He was ready to turn around and leave when he heard the sound of the lock twisting and the door handle rattling. The door opened. Salma stared at his face before she caught a glimpse of the flowers in his hands. Chard. Babe. What do you want here? At least let me come in. For what? Come on, babe. I know I was wrong. I am here to make amends. I bet you are only here because Maya forced you to. Maya and I haven't talked in a while. I just realized how wrong I was for kicking you out last time. You hurt me with your words, Chard. I am sorry, baby, he said with pleading eyes. Are those mine? She smilingly pointed at the flowers in his hands. Yes, he handed them to her. She buried her nose on the flowers and breathed in deeply, closing her eyes at the sweet scent. You love them. I love them, babe. They smell so good, she said to him, smiling as if she had never received flowers before. Only the best for my princess. She blushed. Thank you. Still won't allow me in. Don't hurt me like that next time, please. I won't. I love you, she whispered as she stepped aside to let him in. Women are so easy to manipulate, he thought to himself. He had only come to apologize to her because his sister had insisted. As far as he was concerned, he would never commit himself to a woman like Salma. She was dramatic and too clingy. This was something that Chard wasn't ready to deal with. He was going to play her for another few weeks before finally calling it quits with her. Salma was his sister's close friend. Their relationship was initially a one-night stand, but things didn't go as he had planned. After spending one night with him, Salma wasn't willing to let him go. In her eyes, Chard was the man for her, and no matter how badly he treated her, she always forgave him. She placed her flowers in a jug before joining him in the living room. Babe, what do you want to have for supper? She asked as she helped him out of his jacket. You wanna cook? Nah, how about we order pizza and watch a movie? Sounds great. I will order pizza. You set up the TV and find us something to watch. Okay. He picked up the remote, turned on the TV and put it on Netflix. Pizza will be here in a few minutes. I am going upstairs to change into something more comfortable. All right, babe. He spent the next 10 minutes going through the movies before finally making a choice. Have you found a movie yet? She was clad in a short strapless lace dress. Yes, he responded as his eyes traveled her body from head to toe. What? She giggled. That dress. He licked his lips. She rolled her eyes. Naughty you. You can't blame me though, you look pretty. Thanks, babe, she said as she sat down beside him. Welcome. What are we watching? Home again. Reese Witherspoon, she excitedly asked. Yes. I saw the trailer. It looks like a great movie. Hopefully. Just then, there was a knock at the door. Must be the pizza guy. She stood up. She made her way to the door and paid the delivery guy. She brought the pizza into the living room onto the table. Then she went into the kitchen and got some plates and juice. Moments later they sat in comfortable silence through the first 30 minutes of the movie, completely engrossed in the story. Asterisk asterisk. Mummy, Trinity ran into the bedroom. Mama Bear, she smiled warmly at her. Auntie Tess said it's time for bed. Have you brushed your teeth? Trinity gave her an exaggerated grin, exposing her perfect white teeth. Good girl, she chuckled. Hop in. She jumped on the bed and lay next to her mother. After Maddie tucked her daughter in, she listened as she told her about her day at school, including the numbers she had learned and the new friends she had made. Seems you had a great day. Yes, Mummy. I am glad you had a great day, baby. It's time to sleep now. Sing to me. Okay. Maddie smiled as she began to sing the familiar lullaby. Sleep, my baby, on my bosom. Warm and cozy will it prove, round thee mother's arms are folding, in her heart a mother's love. Trinity rested her head on her mother's chest with her eyes closed and listened attentively. Soon her breathing slowed, Maddie's voice slowed too and finally stopped when she was sure Trinity was asleep. Maddie continuously stared at the sleeping form of her daughter. Her mind took her back to the past. She was engaged and head over heels in love when her fiancé George ran off with another woman, leaving her alone and 3 weeks pregnant. When Maddie's mother discovered her daughter was pregnant, she was devastated. She couldn't bear to be near her. She couldn't meet her eyes. She was ashamed that one of her daughters was pregnant and unmarried. What would the church say? How would people view her when she had continuously preached to young women in the community about staying away from sex till marriage? After giving it much thought, she asked Maddie to get an abortion before news of her pregnancy got out, but Maddie refused. Her refusal to have an abortion caused a rift between Maddie and her mother. For months, her mother acted like Maddie was invisible. When Trinity was born, Maddie hoped her mother would come around and embrace her grandchild, but she didn't. Her heart was still stone cold. She looked at the child with so much hurt. Not even once did she hold her in her hands. I expected more from you as my first child, but you've always disappointed me. I still haven't forgiven you for wasting your time in university to become a camera woman, and now you just had to get pregnant out of wedlock. Is this how you will run my name in the mud? Tell me, what sort of example are you setting for your sisters? She had yelled at her once, and from then on, Maddie had decided to distance herself from her mother. When she felt a tear slid down her cheeks, she shook her head to rid herself of her thoughts. Good night, Mama Bear. It's you and me against the world, she whispered, brushing a hand over her Trinity's hair. *****. No ghosting. Comment reviews.